Niggas is mad. Look, they got on the post arguing with me about the call. Now they about to argue with each other.
Snow and Lambeau, Coach. Something about that combo that just works, like peanut butter and jelly. And we've got half a foot of the white stuff and still coming down here in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football. So are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
I can't say that. They said the Lions were the better team. If that's true, then Matt Stafford would have kept scoring.
They got the high!
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play. From scrimmage, second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap for Keenan. Open man is Miller. He's got it. A very solid gain of 27. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
First down, a run with Cohen. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off the play fake, Keenan. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Auburn product, Corey Grant, fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A huge play there for Chicago. Give him 42 yards on the ground. Now Keenum. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Watch the safety creep. Switch. Cover.
First carry for Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Bryant is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision. Let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
He's got Adams on the hook up. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. Now a first down carry by Jones. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Jackson brought him down. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. There they try to sweep to Jones. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Now Keenum. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down. On first down, Keenum. Forced out to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On third down, Grant. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Kill. Turn. Kelly. Go left, Kelly. Get up. 630.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
All right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. 12 yards there and a first down. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Justin Ravens got first in.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. At one time we once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Yeah, I got a bye week coming up too after I play Kid Bill.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Davis, he'll try to run for it. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. They are going for it. Keenum, the catch made by Miller. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Keenum. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively. Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. And he's got Miller.
Caught that shit.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 36. On 1st down, Cohen. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Keenum. He's got Burton here. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. They come out here in the I. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run forward to Tariq Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Check 3. Hey, we're good. Hey, take 2.
From the gun, it's Keenum. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This is a 26-yard attempt. And Bryant's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, box truck.
Rodgers now. Going to throw again. And this is caught by Evans. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow is still continuing to fall as we are back underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try to hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure.
Remember, pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you showed them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Dashing through the snow. Touchdown, Packers. Corey Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On second down now, it's Cohen. He'll have a first down past the 40. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Yeah, I jumped out and then boom, it just soared to like fucking where I gotta go.
Keenum now on first down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Slipping into the backfield for the sack was Oren Burks.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The kick by Bryant is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So it's a third field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
On second and 12, Rodgers, and he can't find a receiver. receiver, and he's brought down. Khalil Mack in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is brought in at the 21. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Here we go.
Keenum on 1st down. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, it's Cohen. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cohen. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 35.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Keenum. And Robinson with a big catch. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 14. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Davis. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1. You want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Ha-ha Clinton-Dix, of course, a former Green Bay Packer there on the stop.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Bears' 28-yard line.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers have retaken the lead.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
He finds an opening past the 40. Skirts by him at the 35. Touchdown, Chicago! Tariq Cohen, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Let's go one more. 59, Mike, 59, Mike. Check, 59. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Zoom. 59. Mike's 59. 26. You remember me?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so far, it's working for both of them.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Again, it's Jones. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
You think you're going to get this? Big edge, big edge, big edge. Hey, 88. 58, right over there, Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, get up.
Now Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Touchdown, defense. To Mike, 58 to Mike.
To throw is Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So a big spot now for Crosby, but he's been here before. This for the lead in the final stages. And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
52, 61, match box, white.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
We're good.
At the 45.
Keenum. This one into the hands of Burton. 23 yards to pick up there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
22. 42 to Mike, 42. 42 to Mike. I'm going to run you over. Hey, Charlie. Mike's 43.
From the red zone now, Keenum. This is caught. 11 more on that one and another first down. And they're able to spike it in time. And they are in range for a field goal that could win this football game. So it's all up to the other Matty Ice, Matt Bryant now. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it's all up to the other Matty Ice, Matt Bryant now. This no gimme in the snow. And his kick here is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Chicago, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, The loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. They'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.